I have tortilla chips, and they taste like churros. Cinnamon and sugar and everything on them. It's really good. Wonderful. As you should, because they're good chips. Other than that, it's been a crazy day. I've probably only been home less than a half an hour.
Windows keeps...
I mean, I can hear fine.
Windows keeps ruin everything. Hello, ruin keeps ruin. Yeah, hello everybody. Welcome to Don't Make Us Bored. I'm Brossentia, and we really enjoy Corndan enough that we're just gonna have Corndan and the Corndan Show.
Hi everybody. I'm Corndan, and welcome to Don't Make Us Bored, the Corndan Show on Brosentia's channel that he doesn't know about because you can't hear him talk anyway.
Ah! Good job. Yeah, thank you for pointing that out, everybody. We would have gotten really weird really quickly had you not pointed that out. Oh my gosh. I'm glad to be here, though. You know, yeah, you've had a busy day. I had the hospital steal my blood for a bunch of allergy tests. They had so many vials. Like, they're not hiding it anymore. They're vampires, Corndan. They're vampires, okay? And
no, you're a vampire and they're trying to study you.
You know what? Maybe it's just vampires studying vampires, you know, trying to understand their own kind. Either way, like, if I'm a vampire, I'm going to be the only vampire. We are not welcoming any others in, and they're not allowed to click on your Twitch link if you don't welcome them. Yeah.
What if they sparkle?
What if they sparkle?
Yeah.
Get out. Get out. Get out. I'm kicking them out if they sparkle too much, okay?
What about just a little bit as a treat?
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, you gotta sparkle a little bit. Ash, thank you so much for subscribing. I really appreciate that. Yeah, sparkling is, like, sometimes you can't help it. If you're a shiny rock, for example, you might sparkle. But, like, if you're a vampire, you can at least control the sparkle a little bit. If not, just put on a lot of makeup, okay? I would. And then again, who am I to tell who should and shouldn't put makeup on? You know, that's not really the point of this channel. No, the point is to have video games. And, you know, we've got a special guest here, BaconHouseFive. Hello there.
Well, hello. How's it going?
Yeah, going great. It ended up being a perfect transition over here. I was just talking, yeah, because you're not a vampire, are you?
Not yet, or at least not that I'm aware of, so...
Not today. Okay.
No.
I mean, I'm not gonna make you one. I'm not that type of person / vampire. We're going to avoid that, okay? No, unwilling vampirism around these parts.
That's great. I'm all down for that.
Ah, well, you are here specifically for Deathbulge, Battle of the Bands, and from what I hear, you are from the development team for it, right?
Yeah, so, I mean, we have a small team. It's like 3 main developers, and I guess you could say I was in charge primarily with the game design, the encounters, the systems, that kind of thing.
That is so cool. I've only done very little work on some games and, you know, a tiny bit of QA, and I made my own game in Game Maker. It's not very long, but heck, things that small still take a lot of work. So it's really exciting when I get to talk to somebody who worked on a game here and, you know, had it come out and do relatively successfully.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, our reviews have been stellar, so that's been awesome. But yeah, we still have some work to do ahead of us. We want to port to other platforms still, so we're not quite, it's like the finish line, but it's not the finish line, you know what I mean?
Yeah, gotcha. Not the finish line. I mean, not like it's Finland finish. Just never mind. Whatever. I mean, we have had games from Finland on the stream before, so that wouldn't be the most ridiculous thing that I can think of. Let me go ahead.
From Finland.
Yeah. But for now, we've got Deathbulge, Battle of the Bands. I'm going to turn the music up just a tiny bit for the stream. That way they can hear it a little bit better. But yeah, so you say that you worked on some of the design here. Actually, are there credits from this point? I should...
You know, it's
Can't
fun we
believe
talked about this. And they were like, no, we don't need credits here. It was one of those things that I thought, well, but a lot of games have that, and who knows? We could still add it. It's just right now, no. No way to get to the credits except for beating the game.
Well, I'll forgive you. I'll forgive you.
I appreciate that. I was in favor of it. Just want to say that. That's another thing about doing these games, especially when you're on a small team. It's like you all have loud voices, and it can be difficult to like really get your voice to, hey, this should be in, this shouldn't, that kind of thing.
Yeah, and also like, well, part of it is that a lot of the decisions, you know, sort of don't matter nearly as much, you know? And so something like that, I think that it's important to credit people, but at the same time, like, the main focus here is the game. So it's like somebody has to make the decision. I like the credits up front. With that said,
right, yeah,
you've got the credit in my heart.
Yes. That's what I'm going for.
Yeah, well, I think I'm just about ready to begin. We're going to have people trickling in over a while, and yeah, I feel like I know that we were going back and forth. Am I going to play it? Are you, as the dev, going to play it? But getting a little bit of a blind playthrough, I think, can be a lot of fun, so I am cool with that. You ready if we begin?
Absolutely. Go ahead.
Sweet. Awesome. Well, let's go ahead and get rolling.
And I can talk a little bit about the game, like what we were going for, kind of as we go through it. But first and foremost, Deathbulge originally is a webcomic. I think it had a lot of activity many years ago, maybe like 3 to 5 years ago is when it was in its peak. And we met the webcomic artist through an internet forum of all places. And he had seen that we had worked on a game before and was like, hey, let's make a game together. And this was like 8 years ago or something like that. So we were like, okay, yeah, let's do it. So the art style is all him. The writing is all him. His name is Dan Martin. He's hilarious, brilliant, all that good stuff. But, as far as the actual design and the programming, that was more me, and he named himself Five Houses. He used to be named Raid in the Quick. He was pretty active in the speedrunning community for a while. He disassembled Yoshi's Island, so he has had a hand in doing some of that. He was at AGDQ one year. Yeah, so he was on the couch, I think it was Yoshi. It might have been a Mega Man. I can't remember. But, yeah, so that's us.
Where's my guitar? I need to get the guitar. Oh my gosh, I'm in trouble. I am in so much trouble.
Yeah, Faye's having a bad time right now.
Yeah, you can't be the guitar player when you don't have the guitar. I mean, this isn't how life works. Oh my gosh, just make all the guitar noises with your mouth. I mean, maybe. Whittle, 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 wow! Yeah. So, okay, so yeah, the art and the writing is done by Five Houses. And
or rather, the art and the writing is done by Deathbulge.
Deathbulge,
Dan Martin
yeah.
Of Deathbulge. Five Houses is actually the name of the company that me and Raiden, aka now Five Houses. It's hard to, I don't know what to call him because he changed his name, but yeah. So it's me and him mainly are Five Houses, and then Dan Martin was a part of this team for this game because Five and I have worked on games prior to this. So
yeah, that's cool.
Oh, thank God, it was just a dream.
Oh
now.
Good. Oh, who
Yeah.
would have thought a game starting with a dream sequence? Oh,
Never before. It's never happened.
never before. I mean, that was the entirety of Super Mario Brothers 2 US.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, or Link's Awakening, or blah blah blah. But I'll go ahead and allow it. It's a trope. Oh, look at that twerking. Sort of.
Yeah. It was
Yeah,
very expressive with some of the animations. It's,
I like it.
all of it's hand drawn. You know, it's all frame by frame animation. There was no like tweening nonsense. I mean, I'm not gonna call it nonsense, but
Yeah. Well,
you know,
yeah,
compared
I
to
mean,
like hand drawn, it's
I would say technically the small animation here is tweening. So, tiny
You know, it
correction
should've
here
been.
from a player here.
it should have been tweening. Like the idol, it should have been for just performance reasons and optimization, but it actually was frame by frame. It was
Oh, are you
exported
serious? Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
yeah.
Okay.
No, it's just one of those things. We kind of slipped through the cracks, and we were like, well, you know, we had this whole system for frame by frame, like sprite sheets and everything. We didn't have like a smart interpolation system for our animations, so we just rolled with it. You know, it's one animation.
I mean,
oh well.
I mean that works.
Sure.
I've done a little bit of that, like with Photoshop. It like you don't have to have the most optimized game these days. I mean, if we were going back to Super Nintendo or Nintendo, sure, that's super important. But no, you can have it be a little unoptimized, teeny, especially with a 2D game. Come on.
Oh yeah, totally. I mean, we did a lot to optimize everything that we could, but as far as, you know, you're always balancing time and how long these will take. Is it truly worth it? Is it going to make a difference? And this is one of those cases where it was just like, well, it's fine as is. This isn't going to make or break the game. So, but Deathbulge is an RPG. It's a turn-based RPG, and eventually, you know, as you go through this intro sequence, we will get to the combat. There's a lot of stuff that we wanted to do with a turn-based game that we've really not seen too well in other games. And one of those is, I guess, in the context of a turn-based RPG, there's field abilities. All three characters have their own. Phase is a short little dash.
Yeah.
But
I would agree. Like, Paper Mario kind of had that, I think, in 1,000-Year Doors with the companions that you had, but it's not quite exactly the same.
Right.
There, yeah.
Oh yeah,
So,
and then
go ahead.
every door that you enter, you always kick it in. That's
I
a
love it.
thing for every single door.
So good.
This
How
was,
else should you live life except kicking in all the doors?
Yeah, I mean, it's the only way. After you play this game, you just realize, why was I using a doorknob ever? But it's kind of a carryover from one of the jokes from the comics. So this is one of those cases where it's very accessible humor, but it's also something that the people who play it will kind of recognize.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be upset if Trevor doesn't get referred to as Shifty McCapslock the rest of the game.
Shifty Mix Caps Lock. It's a good one. It's a good game. Okay. Speed goes down, but resistances go up. That could be useful. So, yeah, I'm trying not to dilly-dally too much. We Oh, no, it didn't open.
Yeah, you need a stronger foot.
Ah, jeez.
Who
has a better foot?
I do.
Oh, good. Hi, Porf. Oh, yeah. I'm actually not really somebody who knew about the webcomic at all. So, yeah, welcome to me kind of being clueless when it comes to oh no, spare cables. That's a little weird. Somebody who, like, I dig the art style, but I'm not going to be somebody who gets all of the in-jokes. But so far, I haven't felt like I need to.
Right, and I think that was,
Yeah.
one of the goals was to keep it accessible, but to the people who have read the comic, to give them a treat too, because this was a kickstarted game, and I have a feeling that the majority of the people who backed it were some of Dan's audience. So
Oh yeah.
we were trying to serve them, primarily, but we also wanted to make something that everybody could enjoy.
Yeah, gotcha. I think that's... Oh, geez. Ooh, it's a picture. Yeah. That's something like West of Loathing or Kingdom of Loathing. The games that they made based off of those. Again, I'm not somebody who read the webcomics, but I have really appreciated the games. They're very well made. They have a good sense of humor that you can pretty much get without having to know. And I really enjoy that. Okay,
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Get the cheese from the fridge. Oh, I can do that.
And of course, we called side quests. We call them side gigs because, it's a gig.
I love it.
Okay, here we go. Wrong cheese. There's no cheese on the middle shelf. Oh no. The blue packaging. Yeah.
This is high octane cheese gameplay. Very necessary.
It's super important. Foggy! Foggy, I'm trying to get you the right cheese. Okay, I couldn't possibly start a new cheese when there's already a cheese being worked on.
I
It's
get that.
Right? It's very relatable.
I'm gonna be, I hope, right, that the cheese Foggy's looking for is really just like a can of easy cheese.
Wait. This is Porf, right? Porf.
Yes, you were right.
Yes. Oh, he's got a lot of cheese. Blue from middle shelf. Okay. Cool. Is it always set blue cheese middle shelf?
It's
Or is
not
it randomized?
No. It's funny. During development, we briefly discussed making a randomizer for this game, but that kind of fell by the wayside as we were just trying to get it done.
Yeah.
It would be
Projects can become huge really, really quickly, so that's understandable.
Yeah.
Jeff? Aha! Oh, geez. Okay, Jeff's making me think of people I played like old Smash Bros. 64 with, because they would always end up eliminating everybody else and, essentially just get everybody else to fight so that they could then kill the other people and then fight amongst themselves. And I'm like, oh, come on. Gypsy, because you two are so good at this freaking game doesn't mean you have to do that to me.
Oh,
It meant
that's
they
horrible.
had to do it to me. Oh, it was great. I loved it. I won occasionally. Not very often, but occasionally.
Well, that's what matters.
Yeah, we're doing a house party.
So with the side quests, we really wanted to be kind of just out there with them. And as you could tell with the cheese one, I mean, that one didn't conclude yet, but this is one that is doable here. It's about getting a house party going.
Okay.
So it's like we wanted to be as crazy as possible with a lot of these, because I know in many RPGs, side quests can just be like a slog, and it's
Yeah. Go
something
somewhere
we really tried to avoid.
like collectathons or just going and spreading news from one person to another. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, that definitely happens a lot in RPGs. Okay. Wait.
Right,
No, I
so-
brought him the cheese.
Yeah,
Brought
it's a saga, this quest with Foggy. So he'll have more for you to
okay.
do later on in the game. Yeah, and here's your gigs list.
Okay, someone who can stomp some kind of party punk, loudest dog, someone reckless, someone with karaoke, someone with a loud voice. Okay. I'll go back to Foggy later on, and then there are codes. Okay, cool.
Yeah, so it's completely normal.
Yeah, you can't use the
Right.
prize.
So the
draw.
codes
Okay.
you can redeem on Faye's computer in her basement. that's an ongoing side quest as well throughout the whole game. Is you kind of pick them up. It's kind of like the sort of the Turtle Paradise flyers from Final Fantasy VII, if you're familiar with those. They're just kind of scattered throughout the world.
Oh yeah.
These are a lot more noticeable because we have a little effect on them.
Yes, we'd like you to perform at a party.
Yeah.
Oh, I could have told him no. That would have been too sad, though. You can't say no to the dog. Never.
You pet the dog?
Why does that tree have abs? Oh my gosh.
So that's the entrance to the Tonewood Forest. It has a lot of toned woods.
Oh my gosh. Okay, beautiful. I love it. There was somebody in my house sleeping, right? Can I wake him up? Oh my gosh, Briff. Come here. Briff. I'm gonna kick your butt. Fine, never mind. I'm not gonna kick your butt.
You will
Okay, that's
eventually want to wake him up, but that's later.
Yeah,
if
I'll
you'd
live.
like to know, the game is expecting you to go sign up for the Battle of the Bands, which is going to be to your far right.
Okay. Yes, this person can come stomp in my house. Go. Okay, well, I'm not going to backtrack anymore. We're going to go in that direction, but I'll go ahead and just talk to people and try to get them over as much as I can. Let's see. Shifty McCaps locks again. I love it. Oh no, poor Trevor.
Oh yeah, he is, I think, now forever. Well, actually, I thought his name changed to Shifty McCapslog, but maybe not.
If not, it should.
Yeah, all right. Quack stacks. Oh, it's like duck pancakes. I see. This guy has a mustache, let me tell you. Ernst.
Oh yeah, he's into a certain kind of music. Although I don't know what that is.
That Simon and Garfunkel. There you go.
Probably, yeah, that makes sense.
Probably. Yeah.
He's a big fan of the Allman Brothers.
Oh, okay. I mean, who isn't? I also like that there's no time to go in or out of buildings. A lot of the times, especially with RPGs, you know, that has a tiny bit of a load, but it's just smooth.
You know, that actually, getting that effect working was a nightmare. It still is.
Oh, really?
You know, yeah, because it's like we're... Yeah, okay, so every door shows up in every domicile except for Quackstacks, and the reasoning I was given was that it's out of sight. It's behind the booth. You can't see it. And so this is something I feel like is just a high priority issue that we need to do something about, because it's the only one.
Fix that in your first patch.
Yeah, well, we've had a few already, but we have a big one coming up, so maybe we'll do it for that.
Corndan, you don't need to worry about the door. It's fine. It's fine. Oh my
I
gosh,
do need to worry about the door.
It's important.
We can't get all the doors. I'm expecting to see the door.
Oh,
see, look, there's the door.
Okay, never mind. It is important. Oh, the poor mannequin. Ha! Ah, the door. We could dress the door up. That would be great. Oh, you are scary. You're a joker and you like to laugh? Yeah, whatever. Whatever. Give me... No, just let me buy stuff. Okay. Never mind. I've got $5. I could buy that. I'm good. No, you're going to be at the top. Yeah.
I totally
leave.
wanted to do something with that. I wanted to let you be able to go upstairs and have him do like this Link's Awakening shopkeeper kills you thing, but not enough time.
That one of the unexpected patches. There we go.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. I feel like that would be silly. Okay. Anyone bought this? Shop is little more than a shallow gimmick for tourists. Yeah. Oh my gosh, this reminds me of a store that has the most kaleidoscopes in the world. I've been there and it's like some of these are ridiculously priced, like so expensive. Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah,
It's
see,
not
the
a-
door's
like,
here.
Yeah,
The
like I
door's
said, it's
very
everywhere.
important.
We're very consistent with the door, except for Quackstacks.
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna say that's very, very important, and I hope that you can fix that. Very obviously, just a small mistake, you know. David,
It's an oversight that can be fixed.
okay.
Oh yeah, I mean we could find a place for it. I'm sure that's the least.
Taking a picture.
I would
David,
actually
you're
be
dead.
excited to see Quackstack's door like just show up in some other spot in town.
Oh
kick
yeah,
it
That
what
would be
if?
great.
Yeah, what if like a late game area? You're like, what's this glass door doing here?
You know, we kind of do something like that with a different door, and it's how you get one of the ultimate weapons, so to speak. It's
Oh
from
my
a door
gosh.
you pick somewhere completely
Okay.
somewhere else.
I like that. Go to the party, nerd. You're already dressed. Sort of. I mean, yeah. Okay, let's go down here. Ignore that, nerd. Talk to Carrie. The apocalypse track. I'm sorry. Guess what?
Yeah.
You can rewind.
She's one of those.
Yeah, I would absolutely roast her, okay? Sorry, people like this might have intimidated me back in the day, but not now. No, I'm gonna kick your butt. Oh, you're gonna be a DJ, never mind. Come to the party. Nah, you're cool. Yeah. Okay,
Such a quick
nah, Carrie's
turnaround.
legit. Oh, I'm like, okay. I'm gonna roast you until you do something nice for me, and then you are my best friend forever. There we go. Ah, ooh, spiky hat. I'm not sure anything that is spelled like apocalypse in this game can be the real deal, okay? Like, you can't really be that emo and put a random K and look like Pokemon. That's just what I'm
You
saying,
100%
okay,
can.
Alex?
I think originally Dan wanted that to be spelled with all these weird characters, you know, that have foreign little umlauts and whatever. But
Fonts.
it just ended up apocalypse. It was, yeah, I think it was like supposed to end up sounding like percalypse or something like that if you actually said it right, but that inevitably changed.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think. Just any time that you're using a font that is not widely used, and you try to use any character that's vaguely outside of the English language, yeah, you're gonna end up with that problem.
It was a challenge. So I assume that's why we didn't do it.
Yeah, I mean, you could go and modify the font, but that gets into other issues, like, are we even allowed to modify the font?
Well, this font was actually designed by Dan, so he could have done it.
Dan, if you want a new umlaut, just put it in.
I think we have some of those, you know, but yeah, it is. That's basically what it is.
Ooh, a painting for your grandma. I want to get to a battle. I know it's an RPG, but oh no, did you just bring the painting? No. I've worked for the post office before, and I never did that.
Well, that's good. Because, I mean, the
I know,
post
right?
in this world is just completely dysfunctional.
Yeah, there was a time that I picked up a package, and like, it was the most broken thing I have ever heard. It's like, you know, rattling glass, but it's like if you even looked at it wrong, you could hear the glass rattling. It was that bad. And I'm like, whoever's getting this is going to be so upset about how broken this is.
Maybe
Yeah.
maybe they're going to be excited because they ordered a pound of broken glass.
Oh, maybe they did. Honestly, then they got it in perfect condition. Like, maybe even above par, you know? Yeah, I'm just trying to think. If you are sending anything through the mail, when you put a fragile sticker on it, the post office assumes that you're putting it there because you know that it's fragile and you packed it up so that it can at least withstand a 5-foot drop. That is their assumption, because it will, if you're sending it across the country, and if it goes to Denver, it's going to have a 5-foot drop.
Oh, wow.
Why? I don't know. That's Denver for you. It's
Well, it's good to know. I always try to overpack, you know.
Good.
So
yeah. Oh no. This
of course there
person
has to be a tattoo artist here in Bobstead.
named
Of
Georges.
course.
Yeah.
Georges. Yeah, everybody.
He's
We've
gorgeous.
got Georges here. Georges is gorgeous.
I didn't say he was gorgeous. I said he was Georges.
Yeah, okay. Running low on ink, fine. I can get you some ink, okay. Yeah, as far as I know, I have no quest limit, so I will just accept every quest.
That's the spirit.
Heck yeah, I've played a few RPGs in my time, okay? Oh no, these are
Oh,
real
I know.
bodies? Oh no. Okay, the fact that there are just bodies there for tattooing practice, that's pretty metal. I agree. Oh, it's time for us to join the Battle of the Bands. There's an actual demon. Oh my gosh, he looks so sarcastic. Like the most sarcastic.
They said that Apocalypse, right, was like a demon band.
It's true. Is I just didn't
Not
assume it was literal demons though. Platinum
that's-
scrumptious. Okay. So they're gonna go and join the Battle of the Bands. They just signed a contract with the devil. Yeah, they didn't even read the terms. They are in so much trouble. I know how this goes.
And you
Yeah,
always read the term from anything, right?
absolutely have to. Oh yeah. Come on, let me read the contract. You don't sign anything. Deathbulge, okay. Faye, Ian, and Briff.
Oh, that
Well-
signature though.
It was.
That's
I
amazing.
mean, if it counts, it counts. Some people just draw an X. Wow, Damo, come on. You're judging me based off of how I do music, not how I sign a freaking contract for selling my soul or whatever. Yeah, band passes. I like that the band passes are just spooky skulls. Ooh. Participants also get a commemorative embroidered patch. Yeah, look at that. Oh, good
Yeah.
embroidery. Okay, hype regen. I assume that is going to probably be like magic or something like that.
It's mana.
Patches. Okay.
Basically. So with our patches, we were really inspired, I'd say, for the creation of this game by Final Fantasy VI in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
When it comes to customizing your character through the accessories, you know, one of the things that we liked was the simplicity of the relic system in Final Fantasy VI. So that's kind of how we were shaping these patches around as far as effectiveness and the feeling that you get from how it changes your combat. I feel like maybe we went a little bit further than what they did back then, but that was a big inspiration for us.
Okay, that's good to know because I was actually just thinking about the relic system the other day because there are just characters that I would always put the same specific relics on. Like, what was it? Sabin, I'd always give him the Genji glove, and is it the
Offering?
Offering. Oh yeah, just that duo.
Right.
And then have him attack 8 times because it's a really, really good combo. Okay. Melody and speed. I'm just gonna leave the default for now.
Yeah,
And
we
then
start
we'll
you off
see.
with just one patch slot. Eventually, you do unlock a second.
Oh, really? Okay, that's pretty nice. I like that. There we go. We
Okay,
got
now
somebody
you
else
got
to the
another
party.
door.
Yeah, the tutor's boot. Actually, I haven't even looked. How am I doing party-wise? We just need someone reckless. Are you reckless?
We are direct. I mean, look at how many doors we've kicked in.
We have kicked a lot of doors. Yeah. Yeah. You pregnancy. I am just immediately grossed out right now. This is gross. Hey, Flannel Cat, thank you. Oh my gosh, Sir Lar, I didn't even realize. Hi, Raiders. Good to see ya. Right now, we're learning about pregnancy.
It's a great thing to learn about it during it.
Yeah, this is what we're all about around here. Pregnancy. Now we've got one of the devs for this game here, talking to us about Deathbulge, and we are just running around, learning a lot of lore and trying to convince people to come and join my party. Mark, you don't have to bear it alone, okay? Form a party, nerd. What about you?
I at least appreciate that we have both of the double doors in here.
Right?
Oh yeah,
That's the consistency. I mean, we gotta
Yeah.
fix that one. We gotta get that
the
one.
one
into crack
door.
stack.
It's very important. I really like Baloney Head here. He is very round. Oh no!
I've never even called that. That's great.
I used to call Bald Bull on Punch Out Baloney Head. That was our name for him, but this guy looks a lot more like Baloney than Bald Bull. I don't know why we called him Baloney Head either. That was our nickname for him when we were kids.
Well, then I think you know why you called him Baloney Head.
Why? Just finish the joke, Corndan. Just do it, okay? I don't have to
Because
guess
as a
it.
kid, you were an idiot.
Oh, okay. It wasn't a joke. Got a spoon on his.
Very good.
Oh, yeah. You want to be in a band? You can play the spoon for me. Come on. Fine. Stupid
No
baloney
can do.
head. Yeah, let's go ahead and just try to go somewhere over here. Whose house is this? Oh. Barry! Of course I knew it was Barry. You can only have one guest at a time, Barry. Oh, what a nerd. You look like a pistachio, okay? Like that's lost its shell. The loveliest person
But
you've
he's a
ever
national
met.
treasure.
You cannot bring yourself to break down his door. I could. I personally would destroy this door if I had a chance, but I also don't know Barry as well as Faye does, so I'll go ahead and just agree she made the right move here. Anything in the fields? Enough from what I can see. I'm enjoying the porn section here.
Oh, yeah. Music. We have two musicians that did music for this game. They both just knocked it out of the park.
Okay, we
Leslie
gotta go
Wise.
tell Biff.
Yeah, Briff. Your goal now is to try and wake up Briff. Whether or not you'll be successful, well, I guess we'll see.
We'll find out. Come on, Briff. We've got somebody in my house. Let's just throw her at him. That might work. Hey! Yeah, I'm from Deathbulge. Seva. Is that how you pronounce her name, Seva?
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Aha, Seva. Cool. Yeah, Briff, we gotta wake him up with music. Oh, it is combat time.
Combat.
Yeah, okay. So, obviously, you've got the ATB at the bottom. Okay, we've got Cyclic. Let's go ahead and do it.
Okay.
Are there timed attacks here?
Nothing timed, nothing like beat, like beat related or anything like that, as in
Okay.
keeping track of the music. Yeah. It's not a rhythm game, is what I was going for. There it is.
Okay, 10 damage per measure. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, I was just thinking like with, what was it? Super Mario RPG, sometimes in the middle of an attack, if you push the button just at the right time, sometimes
Right.
you could get a critical. I'm not necessarily a big fan of that if it's not very apparent when to do it, because
Right.
some of those were just ridiculous to figure out.
Totally agreed. It's always just nebulous, and when am I supposed to press it? And there's no indication. But yeah, that's not what we chose to go with. We went with measure effects, which they're explaining here.
Yeah,
these are
this
actual status effects that you put on the ATB bar. So
Yeah.
right now you have 2 measures of pain on Briff's bar. Now you have 4, and as
Yeah.
his little marker goes through it, he'll take damage.
Yeah, I
mean-
like that. What were you gonna say, Corndan?
Why you gotta be mean to him and just like light him on fire like that?
Yeah, well, that's kind of how they are. So now you kind of, she wants you to use it on Briff, but
Yeah,
it's in this context, Briff isn't an ally, so
yeah. I was gonna say I can only really pay it on myself. Or
Then play it
whatever.
on yourself. If Briff didn't want to be hurt, Briff would wake up on time.
right? That's what I always say.
thanks, Seva. Yeah, I know it was supposed to be for Briff, but too bad they wouldn't let me target him. Okay,
Hey, there
well,
it is.
did we kill our band member?
You knocked him out, but he's okay.
Oh, okay. Well, good. It was like a
so now-
lullaby.
Right, and your character is thinking like, why am I hurting him with music? That's strange. After signing a dubious contract. Wonder.
Yeah. I wonder. There are probably some people who wouldn't quite pick up on the dubious contract thing. They're just like, oh, you're joining the battle of the bands. But come on, you gotta pay attention to your tropes, everybody. Or not, whatever, that's fine.
Right?
Okay, poor Briff. What a daft concept. Okay.
If Briff wanted to be not knocked out, Briff would have gotten up.
I'm in a monogamous relationship with autosave. By the way, yeah, having somebody named Seva who does saves, it's like Uncle Save from Tecmo's Secret of the Stars. I don't know if you're familiar with that RPG.
I can't say I am. No.
Well. Yeah, so not the
Now I'll
first
have to
time that
look it
Save
up.
has been the name of a Save character. Not gonna be the
Okay,
last.
Fair enough.
I know way too much about bad RPGs, okay? And I know that we're here playing a good RPG. And specifically talking to the one of the devs who worked on it. So it looks like we're going through this area, looking at the very strong plants. Oh my gosh. They are buff and just trying to make some progress here. Uh-oh, it's a moving bush. It's not moving enough.
Interesting. Wonder what it could be.
I wonder if it's gonna be,
Let's
I
find
was
out.
gonna say be a shortcut. Okay. Yeah, the thing is, this game is definitely meant to have humor and to have parody elements. Secret of the Stars didn't. So having Uncle
Oh.
Save, I don't
see.
think they quite got across what they were trying to. I mean, sure, maybe it had some comedic elements, but it just came out of nowhere. It fits in this, though. Okay, hey, Toby. Toby? It's like Toby with an extra B. Yeah.
Yeah.
Another moving bush. Like, my first inkling is that because that was in the way, you might get an ability to either get rid of the bush or it'll become like a quick warp thing in some way, or maybe it's an enemy. Uh-oh. Are we gonna have a... Ah! Aha!
There it is. Yep, you got it.
Oh, look at this. Okay, face melter 8 to 18, but I don't know how much health he has. Breeze. Okay, 2 measures of haste, hair shredder. Okay, 1 measure pain per enemy stuck. Yeah, let's just go ahead and do some basic stuff. I have a feeling that 2 or 3 attacks will take care of him. Wow, trying to make me slow? Well, too bad you're going to be dead by the time we get there.
Maybe not.
Maybe?
Yes,
There we go. Okay. So that's not too surprising that early enemies you can just use the basic attack against right now. 5 to 8 damage to a single foe.
Right, so beats in this game are like our weapons, so to speak. It's they're just unaspected damage that don't cost any hype to use, and every enemy in the game, except for boss enemies, can drop one. And so they can drop beats, basically.
Okay. Well, I mean, like, what, Castlevania, Aria of Sorrow, or such, like, you know, they drop different souls that you're able to use. So that makes sense to me.
I'd say that's a good comparison. I think that's more or less what we were thinking.
Yeah, so obviously this is not nearly as good as my original, but it could have an unlock in some way.
Exactly.
Yeah, so I don't know exactly what it's gonna... Interesting.
Every
class
beat
mod
can be upgraded. Oh yeah, and so the mod system, this is sort of our skill system / equipment system. Each mod has a class associated to it. So right now, Faye has a show-off mod equipped in her class mod slot. That makes her a show-off. And the class is what determines your stats. So right now, you can't switch your class. We didn't want to open that up until a little bit later. But it does give you the idea that there is customizability with your team as far as equipping mods in that class mod slot. So Breezin is a busker mod. If you were able to do that right now, you would see Faye become a busker, which is kind of like a support / tanky character.
Yep, that's something that isn't going to be super useful solo unless it lasts a decent amount of time. Amazing baby bass. Oh, I want to go see the amazing baby bass. Where's the baby bass?
Well,
all the measure effects, they last indefinitely until they're overridden. So they'll just stay in your bar until the enemy basically gets rid of it or you get rid of it somehow.
Gotcha. Yeah, let me go ahead. Because if it applies 2 measures of haste, his attack should put 1 spider web on there, which will probably override the first measure effect that I have here. However, if I throw this pain onto him, he's probably going to die very quickly. Is he weak to the fire effect there?
Yes, I believe, well, he's not weak to the pain effect. Everybody kind of is equal in that regard to take the damage, but I believe he is weak to melody type damage, which that skill did use.
Ah. Hey, we found Ian. Oh, you look so scary. JK, you don't even have any eyes. Skeletons are cute. Come on. Uh-oh. Okay, he's not very happy. Yeah, Chad is agreeing. Stealing ideas from the Aria of Sorrow. Well, technically, all art is building on top of other art. I don't think it's quote unquote stealing, but honestly, if you want to think of it like that, then steal from the best.
It's inspiration, right? It's being inspired by other games.
Yeah, it's very difficult to do anything new. However, you can often have, like, unique twists within something that people are already familiar with, you know? And I feel like when you're doing an RPG for another property that already exists, you want to make sure that it works out good, you know? And there are some tried formulas that work out pretty well. Bobby Bass, no.
Babby Bass.
Oh, Babby Bass. Yeah, open the way. That snail's gotta pay. No. It was fine, Ian. It was fine.
Yeah, those singing fish kind
like
of are a big deal here in this world.
I mean,
feel
especially
like
for him.
The background music here feels like it's straight out of Toe Jam and Earl.
You know, I think that was the inspiration for this track, was from Toe Jam and Earl.
I could see that. That's one game that I've never played, which I need to.
You've
I need
never
to play
played?
it. I have never played Toe Jam and Earl. Like, I don't know how.
I love Toe Jam and Earl.
Yeah,
That's a classic.
everybody who's played it loves it. Everybody. Oh.
Whoa.
Claire? Oh, no. Yeah, who's Claire? We gotta go help Claire. Yeah, I will help, okay? Ooh, a cool new curse. I like curses. Curse band practice. Yeah. Okay, so his ability is Trembling Shockwave, which you flex and stun enemies. Okay. So you can just swap like, oh, very smooth. I love it. You don't even have to pause at all. You just swap. You can just go dash, 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 and then boom. And then kick that. Oh, he's got a good kick too.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
All three of them have great kicks,
I appreciate that he also kicks indoors.
including his own.
Yeah. Oh, you saved a fish. Okay, this fish is pretty punk, let me tell you. The first time I caught... Oh my gosh.
I used to call this fish Jillian, and then Dan was like, what is your problem? That's Gillian. I was like, yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, you're right.
It's Gillian.
It has to be. It's the pun, right? That supersedes.
Sure, I'll help a girl out. You know, I'm really enjoying this. And I feel like we're going to hit the hour a lot faster than I want, because this is starting to get into some good action. I know I haven't been able to focus quite as much on like all of the jokes here, which are definitely a big part of it. Like, there's so much personality that's gone into this. And that's going to be important for a lot of people. But I've also just wanted to get a taste of what the gameplay is like, and I'm kind of fascinated with like what potential the whole system with the measures at the bottom has, because just the fact that it deals with speed, that there are effects over time, but that time also depends on each individual speed. I don't know. It's just I can imagine some really interesting things coming out of it. Okay.
Yeah, and appreciate that for sure. Yeah, it's we definitely wanted, I think the goal was to give the player like just a lot of customization options in how they went and approached challenges. So yeah, as you find more mods, you have a lot more options.
Oh, I want to fight this.
as far as like how you customize your band and how you approach enemies and stuff. So
Swapping. Okay.
Yeah.
So you can swap the lead bandmate. Okay. The backup ones recover hype twice as fast. So essentially, she's a lot faster. So you'd probably want to swap out towards the end here, unless she already is missing. Whoa. Okay. This is starting to get a little complex. Okay. Minuscule noise damage twice to all foes, damaging Ian in the process. Might be fine. Sure. Bam.
yeah, it's not that bad.
Oh yeah, not at all. But yeah, so it definitely looks like you're gonna have to plan who is out in front at each time. If you want to hurry and fill out your bar as quickly as possible,
Right.
Take that.
So there's a dynamic element to it where you recharge hype faster if you're in the back. But, you know, like Faye has much higher speed than Ian, so generally you want to have her out more, but maybe not taking all the hits. So Ian's a little bit tankier, he can take those hits for her, but you want to switch back to Faye to get the faster speed.
yeah,
It's just, there's a lot going on.
yeah.
I can see how it can be really useful, though.
I'm sorry, what was that, Corndan?
I said I can see that being real useful.
Oh yeah, having that freedom to just switch whenever is it's crucial to winning sometimes.
Oh, I want the treasure. Aha!
You figured it out.
Yeah, health.
Help.
Okay, slowly regenerates life in combat. That is very, very helpful. Definitely for whoever is going to be taking a lot of hits, which right now she's kind of struggling. Let's go ahead and slap that on. We'll call that good
that's
for
like
now.
a S tier patch at this point of the game, and a lot of people miss it. They don't figure out that little secret passage.
Yeah, I'm worried that I'm skipping a lot of enemies here. It could get sort of difficult, but also a lot of games like this, if you plan well, you can still get through difficult battles without having to level up.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm thinking one really popular example is with Super Mario RPG. There are low-level runs that people do, and I think you're able to finish with Mario at level, 3? Like, with only getting the required experience. It's very, very difficult and takes a long time, but you technically can finish it without getting any unrequired experience.
Yeah,
just
that's crazy.
it's nuts. And I assume, like, with a lot of games, like, people who get really into them and want to give themselves a second playthrough in order to experience it again, they'll give themselves an additional challenge. And a lot of the times it's like they don't even have to do New Game Plus or something like that. That additional challenge, self-imposed, can be a lot of fun. Just how much can I push the system within this game? And just based off of what I'm seeing so far, there could be some really neat options there. Okay. I can go to the merch shortcut. Okay.
So with merch and stock, we wanted to address a long-standing problem with item systems and RPGs where, we've all had it happen, where it's like we get the item, we think, oh great, I'm going to use this in a pinch, and then we never use it because it's like, but if I use it, then I won't have it. So we came up with a system called merch. You get the merch and you have it permanently, and it uses a resource system called stock. And you have a limited number of stock. So right now you have
So the
maximum
15 out of 15.
stocks, right? Mhm.
Yeah.
And
So I can just go ahead and heal them up real quick. Bam.
right. So, but now you can restock by talking to Box there, that lovely person. Right now, they'll give it to you for free, and
There
eventually
we go.
it's gonna cost me, but right now
Yeah.
it's free. So it's just a way for us to make it, encourage the use of these items more, I guess.
Yeah, I like that. I tend to be a person who is much more okay using those one-time use items
Same.
that happen in
Yeah.
RPGs, but that's because I've taught myself to be that way. I had to work against the urge to hoard because you never end up using it. Okay, this is the full heal. How many RPGs have a lake that cure you? Pretty much all of them.
Everything.
We needed it. It had to happen,
Yeah. But now it's a fish doing the healing. Huh, almost looked like road marks there. That's fine. Whee. Come on, dash. Oh no! This is not a beauty. You should not have muscles on your shell. Is the first boss really gonna be Welk from Final Fantasy VI? Is that what we've got here?
I mean,
No,
no, but
we have a strong
Kind of.
arm snail. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, okay. Let me see. I don't... Yeah, 10 to 16. That's going to be a little bit better. Let's just go ahead and go in noise and toughness. Is noise like how much damage you do?
noise is, I guess, the equivalent would be physical damage.
Okay.
We have a little. If you press the menu button, the select button on, you can see like whatever stat.
So noise type, then melody type damage. Toughness is your, best way is to think physical and magical.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Speed, and then hype regen, the rate that your magical resource regenerates. To translate that, this increases hype regen, so you can use a lot more of the abilities. Mega defense, which if you're switching between Faye and Ian in order to tank damage and do speed, then that would end up working out pretty well. The biggest thing, though, is that you wouldn't want to have that for her. You'd want to keep the speed up like that before going into a boss battle like this. So let's see how much I get my butt kicked here. We're gonna go ahead and do that. Okay.
Goodbye, start. Ooh, nice switch.
Heck yeah, I know what I'm doing. Maybe. We'll find out very soon. Now we'll...
Yeah, that's the thing. Faye takes that damage.
That was very close. She does take the early damage there. I still got here. Fortify reduces all damage taken by 20%. Okay. You know, let's go ahead and just get that out there for now and see how that works. Okay, not too bad. Nah, it's fine. She can take a little damage.
Bar effects, which is what Fortify is. It's just a global damage reduction for all characters as long as it's there.
Yeah, also I see it shows very clearly where the effect is going to be placed down at the bottom.
Right, and
unfortunately, she does not have enough hype at the moment.
Yeah, that's another thing.
Which is fine.
We probably need to communicate it better, a little bit better, how that marker moves across the bar. It kind of just goes to the end and then loops back to the beginning. It kind of goes in a circle. So Yeah, it's right. It's right now. It just kind of snaps to the next bar that it happens to be at, but or measure. I'm sorry, but.
Of course, the shell has unraveled, and who would have guessed that we have a phase shift? Or, oh, its defense may be down, leaving it open for attacks, but it can hit us hard, so we might want to defend. Uh-oh.
Never done that before in any other game.
Never. Go ahead, dude. Do your mega clap. Let's see what... Ooh, that did hit. Okay, that's fine, because we've got... I don't need to do measures of pain. We can do mostly the normal attacks here. Okay, let's get you out for now. Fortified, don't need to do that. I don't need that. Moderate noise damage to single foe. Sure thing. Bam. Uh-oh. Trying to heal, huh? That's fine. Take that, nerd.
Well, just melt his face.
Yeah, honestly, I'm just gonna have him out for now to take this hit and then forget what I was actually gonna do. Because why not? Why not forget what you're doing? Welcome to Don't Make Us Bored. How am I supposed to remember what's happening here? Okay.
I don't know.
I don't know. Let's go ahead and get rid of that extra damage because I should have done this long ago. Oh, he's
There
dead.
it is.
Yeah. Okay, okay. And it looks like the band has leveled up.
Yes, I mean, there's really no point for us to have individual levels when it's just everybody's part of the band.
I love it. And that absolutely makes sense to have it grouped up just with the theme that you're talking about here. Yeah.
I love it.
Victory flexing, you guys just did that. Oh, he didn't care about us fighting the snail. He only cared about us for our muscles. I see how it is. This is silly.
Yeah, you know, that's how he is, or whatever. It's a rock in the shape of an arm.
I mean, good. Well, let's go ahead and pop some of those. Yeah, you're right that, like, having the stock resource just immediately makes it a lot
nice.
easier for me to... Yeah, I do think that having it scale up with certain items makes sense to me. Yeah, I think this was a good decision.
Great. Yeah, Five houses the guy that kind of set this whole thing up. That was his baby. So he'd be really happy to hear that.
Yeah, do you have a baby that we've seen so far that you've really been behind? Since we're running out of time here, like what's one of the things that you worked on that we've seen that you are like really proud of?
So I would say that, you know, unfortunately, we haven't been able to explore it too in depth, but the class system with the mods and the gear menu, that was I was pretty much the driving force behind that, as well as a lot of the measure effects, coming up with those, and the encounters, the AI, and what those are all about and what those are like. So those are my three main babies, if you will.
It's not the Quackstack store.
No, unfortunately, that's Dan's baby. I mean, everything that is the story and the world, you know, that was all Dan. You know, he pretty much fleshed out everything, and as far as the world goes.
That's really cool to me. I think a lot of people who go and like are wanting to work on a game and such have really try to get all of their ideas in and feel like they're responsible for everything. But like having a team that, you know, you worked a lot with, specifically the class system. Five Houses worked a lot on the inventory / merch item usage system and thinking of something that made sense for what you have here. Like it's just really cool to see how the teamwork can come together and just feel natural. Like that feels like it's made for each other. I gotta be honest, you know. And it's a really good example of, I think, solid teamwork, solid thinking there.
Yeah, I appreciate that for sure. I mean, it's not always sunshine and rainbows. Let me be clear. Like there's blood shed, you know, in certain decisions. So, but yeah, you know, I think it was definitely better for the collaboration. Absolutely.
Oh yeah, I completely believe that. Like there are gonna be some. You have to kill your darlings. You know, that's what they always say when it comes to writing. I got a master's in writing, and you know, you're going to have your darlings or your Wesley Crushers or whatever else in a story that you want to be there, but then finally you have to realize, you know, it's not going to work out. Let's do something else that is better for the whole thing. And yeah, with that said, I really want to play more of this. I might have to do another. Why are we playing the national anthem on Superman NES? No, get out of here.
Because that's what happens.
Welcome to the chaos of the stream. But seriously, I want to return to this. This is interesting enough, and I just have had enough of a taste of the battle system to know that there could be some kind of complicated things to come through, as well as some really optimal things that you can do as a player.
Yeah, that was a big focus for us for sure. Sorry, my dog is climbing. But yeah, that was, you know, that was for me. That was like, we need to have this a player-driven experience. They have to be able to customize and find their own ways to play. So.
Yeah, I love that. Well, everybody, that was Deathbulge. It's available on Steam. It came out very recently. I'm trying to remember how long has it been?
Oh boy, it's came out August 8th on Steam, and we had a very scary bug right when it came out.
Oh no!
It was specifically for German and French people because we were messing around with localization. And we patched that super quick, but it was still like, oh god, we didn't test for other languages. And yeah, so things you just never think of. But
can I ask what the bug was? I'm really interested. I love bugs.
It was hilarious, but also just frightening. It just, all the text was like just really long strings of text that said like French version not found, or I forget the exact method. No. It was just like every line of text that we had localization compatible, it just said something just completely not what it was supposed to be, and it was terrifying. But you know, because it was like, we want to, maybe in the future we'll localize it, but we put in the groundwork, but then we didn't actually test it with our Windows set to those languages, and then, well, some people did, and that's where we were like, oh boy, day one patch. But it was fine.
Oh yeah, that's kind of funny. But at the same time, I can imagine the day of, you're like, oh no.
Yeah, it was no. It was like, what? So, but it was totally fine. We got it really quickly. We figured it out. It was like maybe an hour or two that it was like that. And since then and since then we've patched it many times. We're going to continue to patch it and again port it. So it's, you know, making improvements here and there, and maybe even add in some new fun things. So it's a passion for us.
I'm really glad. Have you worked extensively on other games before? Is this your, like, one of your first big projects?
This is, I would say, our first major big project. Five Houses and I, we worked on a game for Windows Phone, which, rip, you know, that's not around anymore.
Maybe they're emulators. I'd love to check. I love to check out things that are almost lost media. That's what we're all about here.
Right.
Well, not
like
all that
game,
we're about.
Yeah, it was like a, you know, a little puzzle game. It was fun. It wasn't like anything weird or you know, microtransaction-y. It was us trying to be like, hey, look, we're gonna make a fun game for phone platform, but that was technically our first, and this is I guess our second. So it's been cool.
Yeah, this looks super solid. It's smooth to play. Yeah, just from what I felt, I mean, indie game standards have gone really high recently just because there have been so many, and I feel like this fits right among them. At least so far from what I've played, and I'd like to go back and experience more of it.
It looks like a lot of fun.
Yeah, thank you so much. And yeah, Chad, I will definitely play more of this sometime. So if people are really interested in seeing more of it, I could do more on stream. Just let me know. Other than that, I don't want to take too much of your time. I really appreciate what you have done and what you've shown.
Oh, absolutely. And thank you for doing this and having me on. It's been fun. Really. It's been great.
Oh, I'm so glad. Well, thank you. We'll catch you later. Have a great rest of your evening, all right?
Thanks. You too. I'll see you later.
Will do.
Bye.
See ya. Corndan, it's not every day that we have a dev come on here and show off a game that they worked on, but that was so fun. I'm really interested in the game too. Like, unironically, it looks very solid.
I thought it looked great.
Yeah,
I just didn't have much to say because you talked all the time.
I know. And I even had my blood taken away. I thought that I was going to be less talkative today, but nope. Guess what? Not going to happen. Well, we can go ahead and see if Pauline can trump me when it comes to talking. Let's go talk to Pauline real quick. Hello there, Pauline.
Hello.
Hey, how you doing today?
I'm not sure I'm allowed to be here. It says vampires not allowed.
Are you a vampire?
We'll make an exception.
I don't know.
Okay.
Question.
What is it?
Do you know where I live?
Maryland?
Okay, you're welcome to be here. Great to have you, Pauline. Yeah, hopefully you're doing well. I'm really excited. I have been playing ZeroRanger as well, and I love this freaking game. Yes.
Did you finish it?
I definitely have not finished it. I've played 8 hours of it or so. I know that I have more. Just like I finished. I'm going to go ahead and say I finished Void Stranger at the very least.
I don't believe you.
I put about 70 or 80 hours into it.
I don't know. Can you really finish Void Stranger? The System Erasure Discord people are still finding things.
Yeah, well, I believe it. I finished what you would call probably the main good ending is what I would say. Let me turn up the audio and make sure that we can hear this. I would say that for all intents and purposes, I have finished it. But I'm going to go back and I'm probably going to do speedruns. Okay, there. I hear the game now. Let me turn this up.
Should I turn the game up?
You might need to. Yeah, chat, let me know how it sounds. I think that is probably good. Good. Yeah. But yeah, ZeroRanger by the makers of Void Stranger. This is a shoot 'em up that has a lot of secrets that I haven't found yet.
I don't think it's quite as jam-packed with secrets as like Void Stranger, but it kind of gives you a glimpse into their just design philosophies.
Oh yeah, like there's a lot. For me, it like I made a Sokoban game, you know, not a very complicated one, mind you, but like there's so much that I appreciate in the game.
Sorry, can we watch this intro?
Sure, let's watch it.
This is the story of a fighter who wanted to become.
There's a little flashing, by the way.
Oh, this game, yeah, I should warn, this game has a lot of flashing. Invasion from space! The giant space alien fleet, Sigarn Apocalypse, they show no mercy! Eye of the Destroyer, and their leader is... Green Orange!
Now, I want you to know that it's not... ZeroRanger is not 2 words, it is 1 word. And it has the word orange in it. Just FYI.
You said ZeroRanger.
Or ZeroRanger has the word orange in it.
And if you pick specific letters and arrange them in a different order, you also get green.
Yep. Yep, I figured all that out. Because I was like...
I don't know, that feels like a stretch to me, but whatever.
No. But yeah. The fact that orange is right in the middle of it, that was not lost on me at all. With
this
that
game,
said, yeah.
This game used to be like when it was in development, it used to be called Final Boss. They changed it because it's kind of generic. It would have made searching for the game on Google kind of difficult. And also, I think ZeroRanger is just a more evocative name anyway.
It's nice. I like it.
Yeah, so we're gonna play on green-orange mode. There's only 2 modes. There's like this box for a 3rd mode that never was released. I don't know what's the status on that. They made Void Stranger recently, so I think they had their hands filled with other things.
I think that
I like the idea of just leaving it.
I do like that. However, I'm relatively sure it's going to be Black Onion.
That's what people think, like judging on like code that they might have found, but
yep. So we're waiting for the Black Onion update, and if it is, then you heard it here first, or maybe you didn't. I don't know.
I didn't, because I'm fairly sure I read it on other things. So we have 2 different ships available. I'm gonna play with a Type B. If I had to quickly describe the difference between the 2, the Type B is more flexible, whereas the Type C is more focused on damage.
Yeah.
I like the Type B because I'm gonna try to do this without using any credit, like just 1 credit.
Holy crap!
It's really hard, so I need like the comfy build and not like the super focused build.
Yeah, it's honestly extremely difficult to, like, I'll always use a lot of credit still, so I will be watching, and I'm excited to see if you're able to do this, and if not, that's okay, that's just how it goes.
I practiced today, but this game is really hard, and sometimes I do really well, and sometimes I just take like 3 hits in a row, so I can't guarantee that I'll make it, but I'm gonna try.
All right, give me a countdown, and I will start our timer.
Right, the timer I think will start when the stage start thing starts.
Oh, perfect.
I'm gonna press. Okay. I'm gonna press go on 3, 2, 1 now. And there's the little tutorial. I'll skip that. I know how to play.
Okay.
Stage start. Shoot the orange bird to get the bonus. There are 3 bonuses in each level, and they're all hidden in various weird places. So the first one is just shooting that orange bird.
Don't worry, everybody. I will make the cropping a little bit better so that you all can see this. It's a little bit of a weird-shaped game for a modern space shooter, but I kind of dig it, you know? Definitely mobile-friendly, I'd say.
There's a lot of shooters that are vertical. That's kind of a shooter thing to do.
This is not out of place.
Yeah. Well,
I
mean, that's not a mobile game.
Fine, whatever. You could put it on your phone and it would work, okay?
I guess. The game maker is kind of finicky about that. Anyway. It's gonna be hard for it's gonna be hard for me to explain everything I do because this game requires a lot of concentration. Anyway, here's the arc adder. Don't worry about it. If you've never seen this shit before, it's fine. When we remove the arc adder's shield, it's gonna start shooting rings, and if I don't destroy it right away, come on, shoot your rings. If I go through 4 rings, there's like a little chime, and now I can destroy the arc adder. And I get an S. You've got to go through 4 rings to get that S. And the final S is right up ahead. There's going to be 4 enemies. I have to destroy them before they disappear. I missed one. And you get the third S if you get all of them, but the timing is tight on that, so.
Yeah. By the way, I also like this ship the best, Ship B, just because it's definitely a lot more spread shot, although everything is looking kind of tightly grouped right now. Also, your bullets look a different color than mine. Did you change that?
There's an option. Yeah, there's an option in settings to make the bullets green rather than orange. It makes it easier for me to differentiate my shots from the enemies, because it can get a little, like, confusing. Anyway, we have choices of 2 weapons. I'm gonna take the side shots. That's the one I prefer.
Yeah, I prefer the back shot personally.
It's really just a matter of preferences. I am untouchable. This is not gonna last.
I believe in you.
All right. So this level kind of reminds me of the second level in Ikaruga. Kind of like the same kind of tight spaces, boxes in the way, you know?
I love the music here, but I also love how the music changes as time goes on. Like, especially the next time that you see this type of area is one of my favorite themes in the game. But all the music is super solid.
This game, it doesn't feel like the music is looping. It feels like the whole stage is just the music track, right?
Oh, yeah.
That's not accurate, obviously, but it still feels like the music is you're basically just like playing an album right now. Oh, I didn't do it because I was focusing, but in some cases you might want to delay destroying an enemy just so your multiplier doesn't go down right away.
Yep.
I'm not really gonna do a lot of like score optimization because that's really hard to do, but sometimes muscle memory takes away, you know. In shmups, you get 1-ups after reaching certain point thresholds. This is not quite how it works in this one. In this one, you see my score on the upper left is like halfway yellow, halfway orange. As I gain points, that score is actually hidden secretly a gauge. It's a health up gauge. So as I gain points, that gauge goes up, and if it gets full, I gain 1 more life points.
Yeah. The one thing that I want to note as well is that as time goes on in this game, you'll start seeing specific patterns and visual things that probably you feel like you've seen before. There's a lot of Buddhist imagery and Buddhist inspiration throughout this game. Like, a lot. That is one of the main influences. Whereas Void Stranger, one of the main influences was Dante's Inferno. This is definitely Buddhist inspired, and I love it.
That guy always, the R-Tipo always gets me. I have a lot of time just dodging all its shots. So you can't really pinpoint like specific amounts when you get specific amounts of points when you get new lives, because the amount of health you have determines how fast the bar fills. So if you have 1, it fills very quickly, but if you have 8, which is the maximum, it stops filling when it's full. Like it doesn't. Ow. I'm not really paying attention. I also missed an S. Sorry, I'm explaining things and then it means I'm not paying attention to what I'm doing.
It's all right. I understand how that goes. It's your first hit of the game so far. Still very impressive.
Second. I took a hit against the R-Tipo. There was an S in one of the conveyor belt spawner. Like, they have skull faces and one of the skull faces is broken. You shoot that and you get the S.
Some of the S's I haven't found yet, so this is good. You're gonna help me go back and get them.
Yeah, hopefully well, I've already missed some, but hopefully I remember to point out all the weird ones.
Yeah, because, like, a lot of them are pretty straightforward how you're gonna get them, but then others, as you're saying, the stupid fly through 4 different loops that the enemy shoots out that are actually projectiles that if you move and don't go through them just perfectly, you end up getting hit. Yeah, that sounds fun. That sounds great. Thank you.
What?
I love the devs. I actually think that it's really
You sound
fun.
very angry.
Well, it's just, how was I going to figure that out on my own? Ooh, what you choosing?
I don't know. Trial and error. Anyway, next weapon, I'm gonna take the charge. The other one is a missile launcher sort of thing. You scan a lot of enemies and then you release the button and it shoots a lot of missiles.
Yeah,
I prefer the
homing.
charge.
It's essentially a homing weapon, but you have to get relatively close to the enemies in order to use it well.
Right. So if I shoot the weapon rapidly, it just does these little balls, but I want to shoot it I want to charge it completely to get that big energy charge. The Type B charge has a really helpful ability, which is while I'm charging, if I get hit, I do not take damage. Instead, the charge weapon overheats, and I cannot use it for a few seconds. And it kind of protects me against like weak bullet projectiles. It will absorb them. It can only absorb some of them. One of the S's is on the sideline here. I just grabbed it.
Yeah, that one is a sneaky one. But yeah, I'd say that the charge, it takes a lot of practice to get used to using it defensively. But once you start realizing that you can use it defensively, especially against certain types of enemies or certain bosses, it's extremely helpful. Because it's like, maybe I'll get my giant shot off that explodes and does an AoE. Maybe I won't, but if I don't, then that means that I save myself from one death.
You don't get bombs in this game. Like some shmups have bombs that you can detonate to get out of like sticky situation. That's not a mechanic in this game. So this is like your only like get out of trouble mechanic in this game.
So what's the charge look like for the other ship type?
It's just a big shot. It doesn't make an AoE, but I think it's more powerful. And when you charge
good shot.
Instead of protecting you, like it doesn't overheat when you get hit, but it creates a barrier in front of you that will absorb bullets.
Yeah, it makes me think of like the Mega Man X charged Buster Shot. Is really what it looks like. It just goes through everything and deals a lot of damage. Like most things are going to die to it, or at least take a significant amount of damage. And it will carry through. It's got piercing. The charge for this, what you're doing right now is just partial charges so that you have a wider bullet. And because some of the enemies here are a little bit spread out and difficult to deal with, so having a wider bullet helps.
Okay, so this thing has 4 legs and a body. You can just shoot the body if you just want to get past, but if you destroy all the legs before destroying the body, you will get a 1-up. Like a 1-up just pops out of it. It's flying right now around here. Yeah, there we go. Come on, come on. There we go. Keep shooting at this point because there's a moon. If you shoot the moon, there's a little witch.
I always get the witch. I always keep shooting there. I love it.
All right, warning. May you attain enlightenment.
Okay. I'm ready to be enlightened.
So this guy has little protective bits around him. You have to destroy the 4 ones around him to deal damage to him.
Yeah, the charge shot I found was the most effective as well when doing this boss.
Although he kind of puts the shield down when he uses all of them at the same time. Anyway, he's impressed. He's going to give me a weapon. We can pick sword or drill. I like the drill.
Yeah.
And we have 4 buttons to attack in this game. You know, number 1 is this weapon. Number 2 is this weapon. Number 3 is the charge. But if we press all 3 at once...
Yes.
gonna get fired up.
I love this so much. Oh no!
Unfortunately for our friend, he's getting shot by a giant laser, but he saved us at the last second.
Yeah, he's nice like that. Thank you.
Well, it's showtime. And we're gonna use our newly acquired drill to destroy this boss. So the drill makes bullets go slower. Like it kind of protects you against bullets a little bit. Not completely. And it depends on the type
it basically
of bullets.
makes them pause if they get really close to you. But you will have to move eventually, otherwise they will manage to plow through the drill and hit you. So it's temporary save.
Yeah, it's hard to use. Also, the drill, when you have it, normally your score multiplier can only go to 6.4. If you have the drill, it can go up to 12.8. A lot of like score optimization in this game is just using the drill as much as possible, or the sword if you pick the sword.
Yeah, the sword I don't like as much. There's a lot more.
It's harder to use.
Mashing. Yeah.
There's an option to turn on like auto mash for the charge, which also works for the sword. Anyway, are you ready for the next stage? Yeah.
This one gets a little bit intense because enemies start coming from the top left and then start circling around coming from the bottom, which because you didn't choose the bottom attack, you had to do a lot of dodging there. Then you get these various waves that just dive from different directions. The drill here, though, especially when you've dealt enough damage to various enemies, you get a little bit of the sort of jump halo around it that deals a lot of damage. Now we get a few circles of enemies. It's going to go counterclockwise around you about 2 or 3 times.
That can go the other way too.
Yeah.
And then
it's
remember that boss? Hey, it's back.
Except now it's got
How many
a
times
cool
have we killed this boss?
1, 2.
This one has a different attack pattern though with its main section if you let it
4.
live longer than... Yeah, if you let it live.
Why would I do that?
I know, right?
5. I have a drill. I'm gonna use it. That was 5, I believe, if I didn't miscount. Anyway, the boys are back in town.
Yeah, but now it's both of these mini bosses together rather than just one. You're using some of your defense abilities, and now they turn into these guys. Again, definitely getting some of that Buddhism influence here.
Yeah, I mean, those are just Buddhas. That's just Buddha.
Yeah, we're literally
Buddhists with
fighting the
cracked
head
faces.
of Buddha. Well, that's because we heard them.
Anyway, there's only, like, you only have to destroy 2 here. But if you kill them quickly, eventually you get more and more, like, theoretically, if you're really good, you could get a lot of points by just continuously destroying these. I don't know if I said that, but orange enemies are worth double points.
Yeah.
Just because?
Because that, I don't know, they need like a way to differentiate them.
Usually orange enemies
All right,
will
are you
only
ready for the
appear
next
if
stage?
you've done well before.
The stage has
ready.
not started yet, by the way.
Skull time.
This is still the intro of the stage.
Yeah, it is. And the mini boss coming here also still basically the intro to the stage. But yeah, usually orange enemies only appear if you have done really well up to that point. Otherwise, you often just get green variants that don't give as many points.
If you get the Type C drill, you can literally just stand in front of the eye with the drill and it will die like pretty much instantly. The Type B doesn't really, the drill isn't big enough to do this, so I'm doing a different strat with my charge.
Yeah, that's the way I do it. Very nice.
All right, are you ready for the
Are
next
we now
stage?
onto the level?
Yes.
Stage start! The stage has started.
I love the name of the stage. This is green-orange, question mark?
This is the main character talking. The little
Okay.
subtitle under is what they say. It changes depending on which ship you pick, because they have different things to say.
Okay, so that was our character talking there.
Yes, I forget her name. It's like said somewhere in the lore.
The ship
It's
is
Mido. I think this
Rib,
is Mido.
right?
The other one is Dory. The ship is Rib, yeah. The character I think is Mido.
Yeah, I like this drill. Oh, I do like the other drill though, because as it does damage, it gets huge.
Yeah,
Whereas
this one gets
stays
like
small.
this one gets a flame effect and like little flying bits that orbit it. The other one just gets big.
Yeah, giant drill is good drill. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, you're really
Also-
getting a lot of kills there. Very nice.
Yeah, if you want all 3 S's, you have to destroy as many enemies here in this section, because like this final little bit with all the same enemies spawning, that's where you get the 3 S's. You have to destroy as many of them as possible.
Yeah.
And then, you know, it wouldn't be a shmup, a classic shmup, without going into the meat dimension.
I mean, technically the skull ate us, so we are inside the skull's body. We've got the intestines in the background. Yeah.
I mean, it is the meat dimension. It makes sense.
This part is always really difficult for me, though. Like, having the diagonal shot like you have probably makes it a little bit easier. I always have the back shot, and it's very difficult when you can only shoot straight forward or backwards.
The drill can work okay, because like at least this drill works okay, because they have the circle of bits around it. So as long as you keep using it against enemy, those bits are going to be there.
But those
eyes,
eyeballs, I hate
yeah,
them.
they shoot circles at you. I think pretty much the only way to get them is the drill or the charge. I guess the area
The
of effect
charge
of the
again,
charge
yes.
would be the goal. And they're orange, so they give you more points. So I'm going to do something a little weird here. I'm going to start my charge because the charge has a feature we haven't seen yet, which is, but you have to charge it for a full minute. 60 seconds. In a shmup, 60 seconds is a lot.
What?
This is
Yeah.
This is essentially impractical. Like, there's no area of the game where this is really practical. Even here, it would be more efficient for me to just use my weapons normally. But I would like to show this, so I'm still gonna do this.
Yeah, I don't know this.
These orbs attack you. You can destroy them, but they don't give you any points for doing so.
Yeah, and they also take a lot of hits to destroy.
The drill destroys. Ow! I got hit. Never mind. I'm not. This is too late. I have another opportunity to show the charge thing I wanted to show, but I got hit, so that would take too long now.
Yeah, now these orbs, when they hit you, they don't technically deal damage. Like, they count as running into an object, and after getting hit like 3 or 4 times, you
take a collision. This game is more lenient than other shmups about collisions, because in other shmups, if you hit a wall or an enemy, you would die instantly. In this game, you can bounce twice against something, and then the 3rd time you take damage.
But like, this phase of the boss is so chaotic and difficult to get through, except when you do it the way that Pauline did, because it shoots the orbs out and they push you down towards the bottom where all the other orbs are, and it just bam.
Yeah, the drill is probably the best way of dealing with this.
That was good. Hey, technology. I mean, you're flying a ship, so obviously there's already technology. Here's a computer.
Welcome, Brossentia.
What?
The ugly truth reveals itself. Look, the Brossentia didn't fit. There was 1 letter too many.
I love it.
So embarrassing. I apologize for this inconvenience. Only the most fiendish and violent murder machine will await you after this point. Your chances of survival, 0. Your options,
it's a good thing we're a zero.
Surrender.
It's a good thing we're a ZeroRanger.
I'd ask you your opinion about it right about now, but let's get to the chase. Do not give up. Alright,
Yeah.
what boss is it gonna give me?
Ah, the
Well,
giant brain
still-
one.
Will still work out. Let's see. There we go.
What?
So that's the charge. Yeah. Completely impractical. There is no place in the game where that's better than using your weapons normally because it takes 60 seconds, which is too long.
Yeah, that was... Oh my gosh.
If it had given me a different one of the 3 bosses you can get here, that might have been useful. Like I think the salamander, that might have been useful against it.
I think so. You're probably gonna get the salamander next. That's what I'm saying.
So you get 4 mini bosses here, and the order is random. This can be a mini boss, but this is actually a nice person. You don't want to fight them. You just want to wake them up by shooting the bubble. You can fight them. In case you're wondering, should I fight them to optimize my score? No, because you don't get any points for fighting them.
And it's extremely difficult. He's basically the Sans Undertale of this section right here.
Yes, this boss is a Sans Undertale reference. I am here to defeat the usurper.
Sure, you... Oh,
I am foolish.
heck yeah.
Maybe this old fool can offer me some wisdom. Warrior of Minutia, listen carefully. This is a story of a god who wanted to become... ZeroRanger? Anyway.
Green-orange?
I don't think the computer wanted you to talk to him. Salamander time!
There we go, that's the salamander. I like to use my drill here because the little flame bits eventually disappear on it.
Oh, really?
And then for this phase, I just use the side or the front shot because it's hard to use the drill at this point.
Yeah, like what I find really cool about this game is that like none of the individual weapons feel like they become overpowered. They all feel useful.
I just cannot get used to the homing missiles.
Yeah, that one I don't like nearly as much.
Like they have an effect that removes bullets, but even with that, I just find it less useful than the charge. So this is reference to a well-known game, obviously Breakout.
Oh,
Space
yeah.
Invaders?
What do you
That's
mean?
a little more true, Corndan.
If you destroy the UFO and you use the UFO explosion to destroy the other ones, you get extra points.
Ooh. And look, you saved everybody at the bottom, maybe. Come on.
There we go.
Oh my
And
gosh,
you get
I've
a lot
never
of
done
points for
that.
saving everyone.
Yay.
Missile commands.
Missile
Yeah.
command.
I've gotten everybody killed down there at the bottom before, and
No.
nobody applauded.
Oh.
Well, they were dead. They were very dead at that point. Whee!
Well, we've been sent into a black hole by the computer, who was very embarrassed that we were here. There's a bird now.
Yeah, it's a good bird.
As there should be. Birds are good.
And we're flying by a lot of shmup references. You know, pick a shmup. It's probably in there somewhere. Oh, those are Mohai head. It sounds like a Gradius.
Yeah, we're also, this essentially is getting into a root of some of the theology as well. The idea of starting over, of...
I missed the S because that didn't damage the bird for some reason.
Oh, you didn't even hit the bird with the good shot. Oh my gosh.
No, apparently the bird doesn't get hit by that. I guess, I don't know.
Oh, I guess we know now.
I guess now we know. It's not really a big deal.
Nah, if you're trying to go for a high score, which actually is, I feel, worthwhile in some ways in this game. Like, because it's really difficult to hit everything and to get every single score up. There are just so many different enemies. Not only that, but homing missiles, you can actually hit things in the background with them that you can't hit with any of the other weapons. Like that. So planning how you're going to address everything is another interesting
well, I mean,
factor.
you don't miss out on points theoretically for not picking the missiles, because the stuff that appears in the background is foreshadowing what is going to appear behind you.
However, if there are no enemies on screen and you lose the multiplier, then it does affect it, whereas you could continue the multiplier by hitting things in the background.
True.
Haha!
That is true.
See? I've thought a lot about this, Pauline.
I didn't feel like going through the rings because I already lost a life on this level. I didn't, it's whatever.
That's fair enough.
I'm already not getting a perfect score, so... There we go, I got it. It's much easier to get on this go. Anyway, this ship has a skull now, a skull face. We've been sent back in time, but things seem different somehow. I don't know if this timeline is better.
There we go, getting the AoE up into him. It can be a little bit difficult on that phase just due to the missiles having a hitbox. All of the orange bullets, though, the giant projectile just goes through and doesn't even care about them.
Uh-oh. May you attain enlightenment. No, no, no.
Oh, no!
It's not done with me. Oh, no, I missed.
I've done that. I know that feeling.
Okay. There's one thing you can do if you're going for score is you can kind of farm points on bosses. I don't like to do that. It's just a little bit boring. Anyway, you can change your power-ups if you want at this point because they're the same as the first stage, but we don't need those.
Is there any advantage to destroying them?
No, it's just a thing you can do.
You can also grab your old power-up and it'll despawn the other one and...
well, it doesn't do anything. You just, like, you change your power-up for... Oh, if you mean for, like, finishing the stage, yes. But I like destroying them.
Same. I like it as well.
Drill into that Lotus Jewel.
I actually really wonder if the game is beatable if you destroy every single orb that it tries to give you. Like, that's one of the things that I want to try.
If you did that.
I bet somebody can do it.
You would get the bad ending if you did that, because you need to at least pick up the sword or the drill. Otherwise, you get the bad ending. Anyway, there's a bunny here.
Yeah, bunny girl.
Bunny. There's a lot of bonus.
Bonus heart, yeah. It's all the affection that the bunny girl has for you.
I mean, I believe it.
Yeah, I really like this music. The next stage has fantastic music. Like, yeah, Loop 2 I just feel is a step up when it comes to audio. It's so good.
I actually like Loop 1's version of this song a little bit more, but it's the fact that they change and it surprises you that's really good.
Yeah, it's like, it's similar enough that you still get the same vibes, but it's different enough that, like, it's
the
clever.
leitmotif is still there, the melody is still there, but the instruments are different.
Yeah. These S's are a little annoying to hit because the boxes around them are no longer destroyable. But you still got the S out of it. Good.
This time around, I find the R-Tipo a lot easier just because I can use the charge shot this time. That's a little silly. Like, this loop is supposed to be harder, but it's easier for me to fight the R-Tipo. Ow.
Well, I mean, you have more of your weapons at this point,
Yes.
you know?
Exactly.
That's the big difference.
I still got hit, so I don't know what I'm talking about, I guess.
Oh, no!
Yeah, I'm messing up here.
That's how this game goes. Like, you can be doing super well, and then suddenly you just, you know, 10 seconds, 2 or 3 deaths.
Sometimes
Not
if you
uncommon.
miss a good shot, you're basically delaying the the end of the encounter by enough that you're just gonna take some damage. Anyway, one of the last S is in this broken tooth here.
Yeah. The scary thing about this area for the second time is that all of these boxes, or most of these boxes, when they explode, they have
Also,
projectiles
look in the
them.
background, bottom and top. There's onions.
Oh
There's
yeah,
little
that's
onions.
right.
They're digging up onions. That's what their mine is for.
They put your cat in the mine?
Well, you know, see, the word onion can mean different things.
Who knew that language worked that way? Wow.
I mean, not me. I'm an engineer. Everything only has one meaning.
What?
Oh, that's also not true, Corndan.
All right, second boss again. Again, I actually find this one a little easier with the charge shot, which I'm sure means I'm gonna get hit more. I got hit there. I should stop saying this, really.
That's just how this game works. Like, as soon as you get any confidence is when you die.
Basically.
Oh
That's
my
not true. I have
gosh.
no confidence, and I'm certain I would die.
Okay. Boss defeated. The level is
Very
over. I'm sure
nice.
nothing wrong is gonna happen.
Wow!
The onion is here.
Here he is, saying some stuff that I don't understand.
There's a... This is actually English with a cipher. The cipher is... Yeah, the cipher is somewhere. Like, some fans have made a graphic for it. You could screenshot that and figure out what this thing says. But it's probably something like, I'm angry.
I like
This is a
that
boss where the
possibility.
back shot would be very good.
Yeah,
Unfortunately,
the back shot is fantastic here. I'll go ahead and say I approve.
so if you destroy both hands, like if you damage both hands at the same time, it makes it fall, and it does a lot of damage to his health bar. Ow. Yeah, this is probably one of the hardest boss with the build I have right now, because I don't have the back shot. And generally what I try to do is destroy it in a way that I don't have to deal with this final phase. But I didn't do that, so I am having a lot of trouble right now.
There we go. He's dead.
I lost
You did it.
a lot of lives to this level, so let's hope I do better from here on out. You go away. I don't need you.
I don't need that.
Okay. Focus.
Yeah, I
gotta
always
earn
get
those,
tempted to try to stay underneath his head while he's climbing. Oh, this music's so good. Especially when the sax comes in. Heck yeah.
It's very good sax.
So I found a website with all of the onion text on it. Would you like to hear some of the things that are on there?
Sure.
Chopping an onion causes damage to cells, which allows enzymes called alanases to break down amino acid sulfoxides to generate sulfuric acid.
Those are the tips that you get when you game over. Those are not the text that the onion says.
I mean, some of the game over text, though, is in the cipher as well.
It is, yes.
So, yeah, that would make sense. That's great. See, and that's why everybody is believing that the next big update is going to be the Black Onion update. Onions are important here. Yeah,
Right,
Pauline, I was actually thinking maybe I should do this for Don't Make Us Bored, but then you beat me to it.
I'm sorry.
No, you're
destroying all
good
this
at
shit
this.
gives you the bonus. Anyway, I'm gonna do the same thing, but with the drill as I did last time. This time, instead of the laser, destroy this shit as soon as possible because it
One
has
cycle.
It has a phase where it bombards you from the background. You don't want to let that happen because that's, you know, a waste of time.
Oh, it's a waste of time, and you can also die. Yeah, it's bad.
Anyway,
Very nice.
If you want the S here, you have to destroy this worm without. You have to destroy all the segments of the worm before destroying the head. If you destroy the head, it like dies without giving you the S.
Yeah, that makes sense. I usually end up killing all the segments. I just didn't know exactly what triggered the S there. That makes sense.
Yeah, there's another way to get that S actually. There's a crab you can summon, and the crab,
Oh, I know
summoning
the bubble crab.
Summoning the crab will always give you the S. But the crab is significantly harder to fight.
How do you get the crab?
So there's, in the section before that, there's a bunch of black sort of shadows in the water. It's very subtle.
That's
You
why
have
I
to
get the
shoot-
crab.
Yeah, you have to shoot those.
I always shoot him. That's why I get the crab.
I really need that one up.
Yeah, Pauline had previously said if you destroy the legs, you get a 1-up, and I figured that's probably what you were going for. Still, like, there are so many projectiles on screen, not taking any hits during that is pretty difficult.
I am not super happy with how much life I have, but well, I'm gonna try my best. Anyway, this guy's boss fight is the same unless you transform, and then they see you transform. And like, oh, well, let's kill this other boss and have a real fight.
Haha!
And if you do not do that, you don't get the true ending. You get a bad ending. It's the Abaddon fighter. Grapefruit!
Grapefruit!
Nah! Not grapefruit!
Grapefruit, the evil orange. All right. So my strategy for this boss is to deny it its bits every time. Because the bits, when it shoots them all together, they're just, they do an attack pattern that's really difficult for me to deal with.
Yeah.
Also, this is the hard attack to dodge without the charge protecting you from the bullets. It does cut your charge into, and then it throws this sword projectile, so you have to be careful about that. But it's still easier for me to deal with than having the bits all shoot at once.
I love how he keeps chopping your explosion in half.
Well, it's a woman, but you know.
Oh yeah. Sorry.
It's you know, you can't. It's hard to tell without knowing the game's lore. All the pilots are women in this game, I believe.
Yeah, it's sort of.
I assume there's a lore reason for that.
No.
I think it's more that the developers, as far as I know, the developer is a woman and her wife was also one of the main devs.
I don't know how they identify. It's a variant player.
Oh, okay.
They don't really say on social media.
That's fair.
And I wouldn't take the stuff that's in Void Stranger as like proof.
I was gonna say that's what it said in the dev area for Void Stranger, but you might be right that.
I mean the wife thing, yes. In any case, we're gonna drill this. Got me with a bullet.
Drill versus drill, you know?
It's hard to talk and drill at the same time.
Yeah, that's fair enough. But simply put, almost all of the characters in both of their games are female, and
yes, most of the main characters. I think
Or
Void
at least-
Stranger.
Cool.
I think Void Stranger has like 3 men.
they're all
In
very
total-
unimportant as well. Like, they're side characters at best.
Yeah, they're not important.
Yeah, they're not important. I
There's,
kind of love it.
There's one of the. How much time do I have? 20 minutes. Okay, I can probably show
You've
this
got
section.
a lot of time.
Okay. I wasn't sure if I would skip this section or not, depending on how much time I have. Anyway, the computer is apologizing and giving us a power up.
Thank you, computer.
The power-up is in the shape of the developer's logo?
Yep.
The power of system erasure, exactly. And now green-orange is exploding. Mission complete!
Yay!
Yay!
We did it! We completed the game. The game is over. Anyway. Here's the credits.
Yay! Bunk. I'm really
Brossentia,
glad
I'm here to show you Final Boss.
That's why it says Final Boss. Okay, that makes sense.
We're gonna play Final Boss. This is the new game by... it's not a new game. Game by System Erasure. It's pretty cool. You have like this big wide shot and you have bombs that you can use if you're about to get hit by a bullet. If you get hit, you get like a smaller version of the bomb, erasing the entire screen. Your multiplier can go to up to like 128, I think.
Oh, really?
I think so.
I mean,
I love
that sounds about right for a particular type of shoot 'em up.
Yeah, this section, I thought it was kind of fun. Yeah.
It's really, you just get like, this is the first boss. We're destroying several versions of this first boss.
Yeah, just easy peasy. First boss down.
It's actually not possible to die in this section because if you lose all your health, you just get it back.
Yep. Basically, as soon as you run out of bombs, it fills up your bombs. Every time you get hit, it uses up a bomb.
According to the data, this is identified as King Onion.
No! King Onion!
It's King Onion. So if you paid attention the first time we were at the computer, it made me fight against 5 different bosses, but there were 6 graphics, 6 heads. One of the heads is the King Onion, and this is where you meet it.
That makes sense that this is where you meet it. I was like, I'm sure that you get to fight that sometime. And I've done this fight. I just didn't realize that was what it was.
In that other section, it can never land on the King Onion face. It's just there because I guess it's a file
all
on the
the rest
computer.
of them. Yeah. I mean, considering that
We did it. Look, it's the power-up again. Let's pick it up. Hold up. My game crashed. Hold up. I need to... All right. Welcome to Flipball.
Flipball.
Woo,
All right, we're going to play Flipball. I'm going to launch the ball. Oh, it crashed again. All right, welcome to Final Boss. We're going to play Final Boss. All right, so the way you get out of here is you have to refuse the power-up.
Yep.
You can do this right away before the section even starts. When the computer gives you the power-up, you just destroy it, and then the game actually moves on to what is supposed to follow. But this part is pretty cool, and we still have some time, so I figured, let's show this. It's a cool part. Also, I figure
it's worth doing, yeah.
The bullet patterns are really hard to dodge here, and I'm not really...
It's fine.
Incentivized to actually touch them, because the game is like, hey, you didn't actually get hit.
I'm now disappointed that Flipball is not a complete game.
I wish Flipball was a complete game, but you know, making games is hard.
It is. Oh no, I got full respect for anyone who can do it because I can't.
Have you seen how many pinball games there are for Atari 800? Somebody made a pinball thingy engine, and there are literally hundreds of pinball games on it.
This is for use for Daikon only, by the way. Anyway, we get to see King Onion again.
Yeah, die King Onion.
It's a good thing Onion next to me can't hear that. It's right next to me on my desk. It's just sleeping.
Onion just wants pets.
I don't know if he wants pets. He often just wants to be in my presence. It doesn't mean he wants pets.
But yeah, like I love that the team moved from making this to making Void Stranger because they are extremely different games. And yet, you can still see so many elements that link them together. Oh no.
I think I can make that go faster. I can use all my bombs.
Oh no! Ah!
Oh, the text box exploded.
That's because your friend's back.
This game might have some narrative ties to Void Stranger. There might
Some,
be
yes.
a few references. I did spot an onion in Void Stranger for one thing.
Yeah, I do recall that as well.
It was a very spooky onion. All right, so we're in a dream. We need to escape the dream. So we need to break through the barrier.
All right. It's time.
Good night.
Are you ready?
One
Well,
life. That's not great.
No.
That is not ideal.
This is not. Yeah. I'll
I
say
might die
that.
on the final boss.
I'll say that, like, if you do, I will completely understand because this final boss is no joke.
I mean, I can restart, like, in this game when you finish a stage, you restart, like, you have a stage select, you can restart from the stage you died. So I can do that afterward, and we can still continue. It's just I'm not gonna look as cool. Anyway,
You
the
can kill
orange,
the green bubbles?
the orange ones, you want to shoot them. The green one, you want to drill them. But if you shoot the green ones, they get bigger and they give you more points. If you drill the orange ones, there's more of them and you get more points. So it's kind of just like a
Vice
try
versa.
to manage them this way. Yeah, you have to destroy the green ones with drills. Yeah, so I have a second life, and if I destroy enough of them, I should get another life up, not through points, just because they give you a life.
There we go.
There we go. I am in a bad situation currently.
Oh, you lived!
you did
Oh my
it, though.
gosh!
I used my charge to protect me here. The charge popped, so that's why I didn't take damage. This phase of the boss, in my experience, can go very quickly, instantly even, or can go very badly, and I lose like 5 health to this thing. So hopefully it goes the first way.
Oh
So
yeah, this guy's miserable.
Enemy summons orbs. First 1, then 2, then 3, then 6. What you have to do every time is you want the orbs to be destroyed around the same time, because otherwise it will summon more.
Yep.
Like, yeah, I'm not doing it correctly because it has time to summon more of them. What I really want to do is like damage them a little bit and then finish them off around the same time so it doesn't have time to summon more. There we go. So that it moves on to the next phase, which is like 3.
Very nice.
3 is easier than 2, weirdly, because they don't move as much.
Yeah.
And then 6.
6 also isn't as bad as 2.
6 can kind of go either way for me. Oh my god. Okay, well I took damage, but at least it didn't. I finished it on time. And now, you know what time it is?
Yeah.
Miller time?
It's time to drill the anime girl.
Well, she did the melee against you.
Yeah, that was very reckless of me. I just really wanted to say that for some reason. Alright. I will use the charge a lot here just to not get hit by some of these patterns. Here you don't have to get out of the entire thing, just don't get hit by like the orange stuff. So you can be in between. the parts
It's
of the pattern.
Just the lines that hurt. Yeah.
Yeah, just lines. You can
So
even
I'm
be
gonna
like right on top of her. There's enough room because like your hitbox is actually like a 3x3 pixel square.
I'm gonna ask a silly question.
Yes.
Why are we drilling the anime girl?
It's evil.
Okay.
Evil anime. That's why.
It's green-orange. It came to Earth to destroy it.
I thought we defeated Green Orange.
No, that was a dream.
Yep,
The
that
moment
was
we
the
picked
dream.
the moment we picked the power-up from the computer, we actually entered a dream. That was the computer trying to trap us.
We did
Okay.
kill Grapefruit.
Yes. Well, yes. Oh, yes. That was a good thing I was charging, because I would have taken damage here. This is my least favorite pattern, because the flames always move above you. Yeah, I got it. It's fine. I have time to recover here.
Yeah, unfortunately, if your charge shot blocks enough projectiles, it will be inactive for a certain amount of time, and you just
It
have to
overheats,
deal
yes.
with it.
We're doing this again.
Oh, this again. Oh.
No, I got it.
Okay, there we go. Charge back.
I would love for you to give me more opportunities to shoot you. So, it wants to grab me. It's such a grabby
I
anime
hate
girl.
The grabby hands. Oh my gosh, and then all of those
I
melees
took
are
damage from doing
so...
that.
That's
So-
not too much of a surprise, yeah.
Yeah, what I did there was parry the hit. You can do that, but I took damage doing it. You don't have to take damage doing it, it's just that that can happen. But I really wanted to show that. A mistake that might cost me dearly. Oh no,
Oh! You're stressing me out, Pauline.
I imagine how I feel.
Well, okay, yeah, I know exactly how you feel. I've done this boss before.
Have you defeated the boss before?
I have defeated the boss.
Amazing.
I had to use
a feat.
continues, but I did it.
It's a difficult feat. I have one CC'd this game before. Just oh boy, did get hit there. It's very hard. I did do it in my practice run, but in my practice run things went a lot easier, went a lot better. I made a few mistakes today.
Well, she's being extremely rude right now.
Yeah, I'm trying to play it safe here. I didn't try to parry again.
You also spent time telling us about the game while playing the game.
Yeah,
so that makes it all the much harder. Yeah, talking is hard.
It's hard. Oh, I took damage there. Thank God for the charge.
Oh my gosh, the charge really the only... Like, seriously, doing this fight without getting hit is so incredibly hard.
I've never heard that happen. I took so long. I died.
No! It happens.
I took so long that the music reset, which I never heard that before. Anyway, let's try that again. If I still have time. Only 5 minutes. I don't know about that.
You got time.
Okay.
You've got time.
There's nothing after you. You've got time.
Oh, okay. Well, if you insist, I really wish I hadn't died there. So when you die in this game, all your points get converted into continues that you keep permanently.
Yep.
So you consume them during a playthrough, but if the playthrough ends, they come back. And that's how you can kind of progress through this game. Let's get back to final. Side, charge, drill, let's go. It restarts us at the computer. So that's where the stage starts.
Yeah, still, like, earning 5 continues in one cycle, that's a lot. Maybe I did 2 once, but yeah.
The price increases exponentially, so buy computer. A 1cc playthrough will get you about 5, maybe 6 if you're like super good. Anyway, I don't know if I can probably score. Yeah, I can score enough points to get a 1-up, and if I destroy enough enemies, it will give me another one. So this should give me 4, and hopefully I don't mess up this time. But I think if I die again, I'm gonna have to give up.
Yeah, that's fine. I really want to see how this goes, though. I'm excited. Luckily, if you get to Anime Girl and you die, you continue on Anime Girl.
Yeah, because I have continues now. I didn't have continues before. I made this a new save just to show a couple things, because a couple things don't happen the same if you already seen them.
Yeah, I like it. That's cool.
There's continuity. Okay.
And yeah, we made today short because I had to go do allergy tests today, and we had no idea how I would end up feeling. And it turned out that the prick test that they normally do, they accidentally, I don't know what happened. Apparently the refrigerator stopped working over the weekend and everything went bad, so they didn't have it. So I did blood test instead. And that's why vampires are forbidden. They took all my blood. If a vampire comes and gets me...
That's why. Okay.
Yeah, if a vampire gets me again, I'm toast.
Oh, okay, look, listen, I always ask her for consent first, so you don't have to worry about that with me.
Oh, good.
I messed up my first shot here, so, like, some of the orbs didn't quite... Okay, I'm gonna... Oh, I could have finished this. I thought I didn't have time, but I did. Oh, I got hit. No, I'm messing up. This is what I mean when I say this can go super quickly, or this can go very poorly.
Yeah, there we go. Very nice.
This time we're not taking risks. This time we're trying this, no. Yes. Yeah, you can slot yourself in there without taking damage.
Wow.
Yeah. It takes practice to, like, figure out the correct spot and move in there, like, just make macro adjustments correctly.
Like, that attack always terrifies me, so as soon as I see the giant AoE, I'm like, move it, time to leave. We're going home, everybody.
You have to see it that way. If you are right on top of it, it takes less time to make a macro adjustment into the position than it is to, like, trying to get out of it completely.
Yep.
Sometimes that's the correct thing to do.
Well, it's true with a lot of games that if you're scared of something, usually trying to get away from it is gonna get you hurt more. Like, it's like the Dark Souls.
Yeah, that's the Dark Souls 101. You don't want to dodge backwards, because they all the Dark Soul enemy AIs are, like, set up to get you if you dodge backwards rather than, like, to their sides or directly inside of them.
Yep, and also a lot of the times if you're doing an attack that takes a little while, just trust in the attack. It will kill the enemy. And if for some reason they sneak an attack on you, just kill them. Just kill them. Okay? Because what's dead cannot hurt you.
So, your rule for life is just kill it all, and then it can't hurt you?
Burn it to the ground. Yeah. Yeah, this fight is going significantly better at the moment.
I did get hit, but...
Once.
So I did get hit.
I know, what I'm saying right here, I'll try not to jinx you, because, like, this is a very difficult fight. This
I will say,
section with
I
all the
think-
drills, I love.
this might be the only shmup I've ever 1cc'd, because I just don't have patience for them usually.
Yeah.
This one is so much fun though. It's just my favorite shmup, really.
I think it's the one that I've enjoyed the most. I gotta be honest. I'm pretty much right there with you, Pauline.
Like just the small mechanics, like the leniency on collisions. That's the big thing that makes me dislike most shmups, is just when they have when they have very tight corridors, but you die if you hit a wall. Like R-Type, stop that.
Yeah.
Please.
Well, this also doesn't have radius syndrome where if you die, you lose power-ups. No.
Yeah,
you're always going to have the same strength stuff
R-Type does
wherever
that
you
as
go.
well.
It's just about getting good.
R-Type does that as well, unless you play on easy, which feels like the game being like, oh,
It's mocking you.
baby mode. Yeah. Okay, so it's not quite dead, it
Very
still has a
nice.
desperation attack, which desperation attack is just it doing this over and over, so we can position ourselves in the little gap and finish it quickly. If we have time to be in the gap. Too damage. Alright, maybe I will be a little safer for the rest.
Yeah, the attack does slow down towards the end here.
She, like, you could not do any damage and she would die eventually. You're just speeding things up. So, if you're doing a normal playthrough, this is where the playthrough, like, there's still a section after this where you escape, but you cannot die during it. Getting hit just makes your score bad. And there's also an achievement for not dying during this section.
Oh, really?
Well,
Okay.
an in-game achievement, not a Steam achievement.
I was gonna say, I definitely didn't get that.
I mean, did you do the section that's after this?
Yeah. I need to do it. I haven't gotten through that part yet.
Well, do you want to see it? Because I can show it to you.
Sure.
Like, just keep playing, sure.
So we lost our drill power-up from that explosion. Ow.
I assume that's thematic.
Yep.
It's, you know, yeah,
Part
I mean,
of the story.
I can't avoid that if that's what you're asking.
That's
You're
what I'm
losing your power-ups here. This is what just happens. Now I lost my charge. I still have my side and normal guns. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. These patterns are really hard. Honestly, if this part didn't like count as already winning and it was just for score, this game would be so hard to finish. So yeah, I took lethal damage there, so the game is like, hey, you took lethal damage, but it doesn't end. And we lost our side laser, so in this part, don't pay attention to what's above you, just keep shooting and it'll take care of it. Pay attention to what's below you, the flames. You don't want to get hit by those flames.
Okay.
Yeah, what's above your head doesn't... You don't need to pay attention to it because your guns will take care of that. I got hit by it. Yeah, that escape sequence could have gone better, but you can't die. You just don't get many points for doing this.
I don't need points.
Life bonus, 0. Anyway. The unknown alien vessel codename Green Orange has been destroyed.
You
And
did
more
it!
importantly, Primeval Fighter,
Yay.
along with its pilot, has been destroyed. But our
You
ship,
also did it?
our ship is not doing great.
Oh no.
All weapons and thruster systems compromised. Life support system will fail in 4 minutes. Sending a distress signal would be futile because everyone is dead. The aliens destroyed the planet. So we're all that remains. So maybe there's a way to fix this. We could go back to the beginning of time, because destroying the Primeval Fighter unleashed a lot of technobabble. So the
Okay.
computer can send us in time to deal with that. The creation of the primeval fighter and destroy it in its original form. It is extremely dangerous. If we do this, it's a one-way, no coming back. If you do this, you lose all your continues and your save file gets erased, which is not as scary as it sounds because it's a shmup. You can do the whole thing in 1 hour.
Yep.
Not even, like 40 minutes. So yeah, you can see my continues that I earned earlier. This is how much health I will have during this section. And
All right.
whatever points you have in your playthrough, that gets converted to a continue also.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah, so if you're doing a 1 CC, by this point you will probably have 5 health. Because those points, like, 1 playthrough is about 5 continues of points. This part will flash a lot. If you have a photosensitivity issues, you might want to look away, because this part flashes a lot.
Yeah, I still have not gotten through this part because I lost my save file, which I'm fine with. Like, I hear that there are a lot of people who are upset about that, but
I don't think the devs are going to change that. It's part of their vision. And, like,
yeah,
honestly, like, it's emotionally, it's tough to lose your save file, but if you think about it, it's just 40 minutes of game. It's a very short game.
it really is. Yeah. You can back up the save. I'm not going to do that. No, I want to play
Yeah, I mean,
it the
also,
way
yeah,
that
you
it's
can cheat.
intended.
You just copy paste the save. It's
But-
in your, like, the
Yeah,
the
you're
app
allowed
data
to play the
folder.
game the way that you want to. Like, that's fine.
Ooh, okay. I did not get hit by that. That's good.
But considering that, like, how much, like, the lore relies on Buddhism and the idea of starting anew, starting again, starting over, I think it's extremely thematic and very important to the story to have that starting from the beginning.
All right, so the goal, we don't have weapons here. We don't have a way to attack. The goal is to touch the boss. And, like, touch it long enough for it to get hurt. So these orbs do collision. They don't do damage, so you can, like, bump against them a couple times. You gotta be careful, because you can easily box yourself in if you don't handle these correctly.
There we go.
Yeah.
He's dead.
Nope.
Oh, partly.
The lotus flower is still here. So, really, you don't want to rush. Just take it slow. Just
this
look
killed
for an
me.
opening. Take it slow. If you take damage, there will be like a barrier on the flower for a second. This is to prevent you from brute forcing this. Doesn't want you to brute force this. Just take it slow, which I did not do. There we go. Touch it.
Nice.
Do it one more time. It's gonna shoot lasers. So these lasers are projectiles. They will damage you with one hit. You don't bounce. The orbs, you do bounce. Don't know how I got through
Nice.
that. And one more time. One final time.
All right.
Again, take it slow. Don't take your time. Do not rush. Rushing this section is how you lose. And it's especially important here because you may not notice this as you're playing, but what's happening is that the flower is getting tired. If you look at the symbols around it, they're like the ones that are colored are the ones that are shooting, and they're extinguishing one by one.
Oh,
So,
yeah, you're right.
eventually there will be only one shooting. The last one I don't think can get extinguished, but if you wait long enough, it will get tired, and you will get like a good opportunity to get in.
There we go.
And that's it. I feel like I need to warn you that the ending has some gratuitous nudity.
Be aware, everybody, there will be some nudity coming up right now.
I know this is a family stream, so I don't know if that's okay.
Look,
kids, look away.
We've
Or
had
if
the
you're-
Demon Rush on stream.
Okay.
Yeah, or if you're feeling particularly rebellious, then whatever. I don't know. I don't think nudity is a bad thing.
I just feel like I...
Yeah, I appreciate the warning.
The computer was a lady!
That's barely even nudity. Come on.
Well, I don't know. I don't know what the criteria are.
I would say that...
The Demon Rush had more nudity than this.
Okay.
Yeah. Aw.
The person in the armor was her sister, apparently.
What? Great power has emerged within me. Aw.
And the game restarts.
That was very
But
lovely.
if you watch the intro, the text is a little different.
Yeah, that's a different year. ZeroRanger is different.
The color green is gone. There's no more green.
Is that because the ship that you were playing is gone?
Assault from space! Be careful, giant inland fleet! Enemy approaches, prepare for battle! Face your destroyer, only you can defeat! The great oppressor!
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
ZeroRanger! That's ZeroRanger, that's the game.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
But now I'm curious, because green's gone, what happens now?
I mean, I don't want you to get too overexcited. Like, the actual gameplay part of the game doesn't change. It's just like little graphical differences to essentially say you're in a different timeline now.
Okay, I dig that. I dig
and
that.
also, once you get at this point is when you get the in-game achievements.
Ah, cool.
That's
Okay. Well, this was a lot of fun, Pauline. I love this game. I'm super glad that you got to come and show it. And like, I'd gotten enough that I got to the final segment there, but hadn't gotten through it. That was the next thing that I need to do. So I'm glad that I got to see it.
Very embarrassing that I died on Anime Girl.
No, it's not.
It's fine.
It's really difficult.
Onion is just resting next to me very peacefully.
Aw.
Hello?
Well,
Did you hear
hi,
your name?
Onion.
Did you hear
Hi,
your name?
Onion.
You want to see Onion?
We always want to see Onion.
Yes, I'll go ahead and go back to your stream real quick so people can see Onion. Very important here.
Just turn the screen share off.
Where is it? Hey, I'm punching. There's an Onion.
Hello? Hello?
Onion's like, don't bother me.
Onion doesn't want to be bothered.
Okay, he doesn't want to be bothered. He just wants to be next to me. He doesn't want pets. No
That's
pets.
fair. I mean,
okay.
at least Onion knows what he wants. I approve. I approve.
Well, I'm sorry I took more than an hour to do this.
This is
No,
okay.
Pauline, we would have gone if we cared. But
I'm
honestly,
flattered that you think I'm not boring.
you're always a blast to have, and like, again, I'm feeling a lot better than I expected, so I'm really glad that we took the extra time to see all of this. This was like an absolute joy. Just having seen a lot of what these creators had made and having played a lot of what they made, like, this was a really cool way for me to experience the ending, and I really appreciate it.
The ending segment is honestly, it's not that difficult. The anime girl is the most difficult part. The ending is just, you have to take your time. It's really meant to stress you out. It's meant to stress you out. The setup of it, like erasing your save file, stresses you up when you just in the emotional moment. You have to remember it. You know, it really doesn't take that long to get back to this point.
Yep. And so I think that's the next thing that I need to do in the game. I need to go and risk my save. Oh, well, Pauline, where are you streaming these days? What are you playing? Are you doing much stream these days?
I'm streaming VoiceRanger right now.
Oh, how far have you gotten through that?
So
Should I ask?
I've been showing the game to my friend Harriet. So like I've already finished it on my own, but the stream we just reached like the bottom voided, because I wanted to show what happens when you're voided first before showing what happens when you're not voided.
Cool. Yeah, that game I feel was seriously worth my time. I took, how many hours do I have in it right now? Probably too many. I gotta be honest. Where are you, Void Stranger?
125 hours.
I mean, I've got 76.4, so yeah, you've got more in it than I do. But still, like, I feel that was worth it for me. And there are a lot of much larger games out there that don't feel as satisfying.
Obviously, if VoidStranger is a game you should play, I started the first stream saying, if this is your jam, stop watching me and play it. But what I'm trying to do is both go through the puzzle, explaining my train of thought, trying to solve them, but also I'm trying to, I'm researching all the various little secrets. I'm trying to show everything that I can.
Yeah, there's a lot in there, and I know that, like, when I go back, because I will be going back sometime soonish, I know there's gonna be more. Not only that, but I know that, like, there are probably plans to expand and add more to the game, I imagine.
I've not heard about that.
It just feels like it. Maybe I'm wrong.
I don't know. What I do know is that I need to learn how to use Cheat Engine to follow on a theory of mine, and Cheat Engine is very hard to learn.
Oh,
It's very weird to learn.
I've used it. I used it to do the Silent Hill video for, I'm trying to remember, Jacob Geller. He was doing a video that needed some cheat engine use, and so I learned how to use it. It was fun.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's tricky because I don't really know. There's a specific aspect of the game that I'm not 100% sure how it's tracked. But I'm pretty sure there's like a specific value I need to look for that's completely hidden from the player, and that's what I'm trying to look for. But I don't know all the things that change it, so it's hard to pinpoint a value in the, like, with Cheat Engine if you don't know what affects it.
Yeah, that would do it. Well, you know, best of luck with the rest that you're doing with it. Again, I'll return to it sometime, but I needed a little bit of a break with a couple other games, so I'm taking that break right now. Let's go ahead and raid somebody. I'm trying to see if there's anybody we haven't raided lately.
Can I make a suggestion?
Sure.
What about Vicus? Vicus 3.
How do you spell that?
Vicis 3. I'll type it in chat.
Let me go ahead and go over there just to make sure. Oh, C-A-S. Okay.
Vicus is playing Hades right now.
Oh, that's a good game. Sure, let's raid Vicus. If they're a friend of yours, they can be a friend of mine. Do we have... what's a good raid message? May you attain enlightenment?
May you attain enlightenment. No, that doesn't work. Drill the enemy girl!
No, we can't say that.
We can't say
Yes, you
that.
can.
I'm not gonna say that. May you attain
Okay.
enlightenment. Go tell Vicus. And I hope that I spelled that right.
Okay.
All right.
Have a good night,
everybody.
Brossentia.
Night, Pauline. Night, Corndan.
I need
Bye. Night.
Bye,
Night.
everybody.
I'm gonna sleep.